If you haven't figured it out yet, Mary doesn't have a voice. She's too hard-headed to not stay home and get better.
I feel fine.
Yeah.
I just can't talk.
Which necessarily is a bad thing.
36 years
Yeah.
I've been putting up with you.
36 years.
Yeah.
Tonight will be 36 years.
Yeah.
Snowy night in December back in Wisconsin. So, no snow here. It's like 55 today. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, if it wasn't windy.
So, yeah,
Breeze.
when we get warm
Breezy.
temps this time of year, it means wind. So,
It's crazy.
so
36 years, does it feel like it?
no.
No.
She asked if 36 years does it feel like it. So, I'll be your translator because you can't hear. So this is the last TNT Tuesday of 2023. Next week being Boxing Day. Although some of you people probably don't understand what that means because you never spent time in the UK, which we did many moons ago. Boxing Day was, I don't think they do it anymore. I mean, they observe it. It's another day off. But back in the day, when there actually was kings and servants and lords and layers and all of that stuff, lairds, right? The servants had to obviously work on Christmas Day because the muckety mucks had to have their tea and crumpets, so they gave the servants and the staff the day after Christmas was their day off,
So
and
they get off, right?
yeah,
Because I'm a servant.
right. They and I'm the laird. they reused. It was some of the earliest forms of recycling. So
Yes, Wayne's got the little cracks.
all the lairds in their family got their Christmas presents. They didn't have wrapping paper and the plethora of cardboard boxes thanks to Amazon and eBays and things of that nature. So they kind of recycled their gift boxes and let the staff, the servants, use them the day after, hence the name Boxing Day. So a little trivia for you, for those of you that have never been overseas.
And they do those they call them crackers.
Yeah, crackers in England, which are us. They're, shouldn't I have gauged mouth before brain? Firecrackers. What we would call firecrackers, they call crackers over there. So
And I know they have little toys.
yeah, and then they had non-explosive versions that were like little toys for the kids. So it's the last of 2023. What did we do this year? All kinds of stuff. Did not travel as much as wanted, but we did do some. We're going to up that a little bit in 24. Tail end of last week, so I'll start there, is for exploring. Has 3 trips this year. The January trip is full. If you would like to go, send me an email. If somebody cancels or whatever at the last minute, we can drop you in. But as of right now, it is full. The April trip, 15 through 19, we will be south of Mesquite, in the old Gold Butte mining district, and try to get some warm. Should be pretty warm down that far in April. Not like, oh my God, it's hot, warm, but 70s and 80s. Be
Better
nice.
than here.
Yeah, not better than here because that's our snow season. So, and then the last trip, I'm still trying to pin down an exact date with meshes with TNT's travel dates, but mid-end of September-ish will be Northwoods. That's a favorite of ours, and we're going to go do that one. So rather than that, for exploring, I'll be a little light on schedule in 24 because we are traveling with TNT. I know we're going to S'more down in Missouri, and Windrock, around or overlapping Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. So we'll be down there. In June, as always, Rock Fest in South Dakota. That's a given. So that's the major dates. There will be more pinned in there. I'm sure Trail Hero will make it on that schedule somehow, some way. Yeah, other than that, we're just still trying to dial all of that in. Tanner. So what else? Oh, we built a couple cool Jeeps this year. We're wrapping up one as we speak. So I know you guys are probably tired of seeing this one because it doesn't look like a whole lot's happening, but it's on suspension. Yeah, you can see the lift arms in there, but if you look close, you can also see about 6 inches of airspace. It is on coil springs. We put springs on the coilovers last night. I made a few calculations, changed a couple of springs out to get where I wanted to be. So that is pretty much ride height where it sits. Everything cycled out, everything's everything's not welded yet. That's next. I wanted to get it on springs to see where it was going to end up. In case I had to order some springs with the holidays coming. That is slow progress, but we had enough bits and pieces in stock. You can see we stock pretty good selection of coil springs. So we mixed in a couple I had with a couple that they had. Now that's our. So we got where we want to be until we test drive it. Obviously there will be another change forthcoming, but it's pretty close where we're at. Now we're going to blow it apart, probably starting this afternoon, and it'll be in hovercraft mode for a week or so. Things go to powder coat, things get finished welded, we start painting chassis, all of those things. And then once that's back together, then we start assembling and final detailing and see if we can make it run again, because it didn't run real well when it came in. So we have some things we have to figure out there. And then on to the next one, Ben and Jolene. I think I said that right. It's like Jolene, but has an A. Jolene?
Jolene.
Yeah, no, she don't say it like Summit does. It's Jolene. Anyway, they brought their TJ up last week because that one is next. Kind of same deal as this LJ. It's an old build, probably if I had to date it, late 90s, very early 2000s, the way that it was put together, which was kind of the norm back then. So he wants suspension tuned up and coilovers and, bring it into the whatever we're in, 21st century, I guess. So we will be tuning that one up next and rearranging. The front's getting stretched. The rear end already is stretched, so that kind of stays put where it is, but it's got some really old school suspension parts in it, so those are all going to get a refresh and an update. So that one will come along. We've got a Cherokee over here that needs some help. So Nick has done the initial shakedown and diag on that one. So now we get to discuss with the customer where to go next.
What's Jason doing, Bob?
Jason's over here working on my TJ. So he's stripping the Vince's back half kit is all welded out, been fitted 2 or 3 times. It goes back on the same every time. So that's coming off, and He's then taking that over to manufacturing to be palletized with the pile or small mountain of parts that are over there. So Mary's been trying to palletize that this morning. He's got one more piece he's got to fit before we can tear this apart. We're creating a new body mount. So since there are no instructions, Vince, take a screenshot because that's where that piece goes.
It'd be easier to do once. Start with the corners.
Yeah, corners on first. So that will all tie up into the corners and what's left of the tub to keep the tailgate opening from doing dumb things over time.
Kind of give them a glance.
Yeah. There's there's the bumper, cross member, whatever you want to call it. We'll call it a bumper, but it's actually the rear cross member. Yeah, D-rings still got to get welded, but we welded them over there because I don't have a big machine over here. We can do that with our 3-phase machines and they will stay forever. And then the back half there, like I said, Jason was working in this corner back there where that body mount's going to go, and then you'll get that flat section is fully welded, will be a piece, and then the coilover and the frame conversion, I guess you call it. Yeah, so that will be a piece. You just got to marry the two together. We'll have it all marked for you, so it'll be pretty simple. We're doing that for shipping purposes, otherwise that piece is monstrous. And it actually locks together like Legos, so it'll be pretty simple for the guy at home to install that. So you won't get it by Christmas, Vince, but it should be it'll be on a little brown truck before Christmas. So that's the goal anyway. Yeah, Jake's finishing up the fenders this morning, so that was the other last major hurdle, was to get those done. And yeah, we made enough stuff. We have a full kit on the shelf ready to go. So, well, yes, that one goes.
That kit.
But there is another, so we made extras. So we will have a kit on the shelf ready to go for anybody that wants to do a 105-inch
TJ
bolt on TJ. some fabrication required, as is normal of our parts. So the last thing we got to talk about, because I'm going to try and keep this shorter than my normal 45 minutes of rambling. TNT Tuesday changes in January 2nd is the Tuesday, I think?
I guess it would be.
I think so. So stay tuned for changes in 24. The biggest change is time. We are going to start doing this at 5 o'clock, so 1700 or 5 p.m. for you civilian types. Mountain time. So Central Wayne, Nebraska folks, and Mississippi River Valley type folks and all of that, you are 6 p.m. East Coasters. Vince, you are 7 p.m. And for those of you on the wrong coast, 4 p.m. So we're going to give that a shot. That's kind of the end of our day, so we can kind of not have this noon thing that
Makes us angry.
Yeah, that gets us hangry and rushed sometimes. Absolutely, you got it, Vince. So in the meantime, for those of you that are regulars, spread that word. Put up a post on your own personal page. TNT Tuesday is 5 p.m. Mountain Time, starting January 2nd, and moving forward from there. There might be some twists. I'm still working on those, but that's the time anyway, so stay tuned. We'll see how that does, and see if we can get some more interaction going. And like all the YouTubers, which I am not, don't even try to be, but you know, hit the little, because this is all posted to YouTube once Tammy does her magic. Hit the little ding dong bell thing and subscribe and like and comment and all of that, you know, the YouTubers tell you to do, because I'm not a YouTuber, but that will help grow our TNT Customs TV channel. And then for those of you that can't tune in at 5, 4, 5, 6, or 7, depending on where you live, or Joe in Hawaii, I don't know what the hell time that is, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I don't know. And you're gonna watch it later on YouTube. Hit the little notification bell. You know, they always do this. I don't know what they're pointing at, but it's up there. Hit that, and then like, and comment and all that good stuff, both here and on YouTube, so we can see if we can get a little farther reach. Other than that, I think I will take my bride of 36 years to lunch, and yeah, Merry Christmas, Wayne. That was the last thing. You beat me to the punch. Everybody have a blessed Christmas. Remember the reason for the season. It's not to get junk from Amazon. It's be with friends and family and celebrate his birth, and then have a happy new year, and we will see you first thing in the new year.
Merry Christmas.
Jason, you got anything since you're over here?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, say bye.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
All right, see you guys.